What's good, y'all? Rich Salsa back in the building with another banger. And as y'all can see, man, by the looks of the title and the screen today, I am bringing y'all the 100 plus badge, two-way inside out score, perfect LeBron James build. Now you're going to see what I mean when we get into the actual making, but before we get any further into this video, shout out to the man upstairs. Thank you, God, as well as y'all for the support. But man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Anybody looking to join the Rich Gang family, RGF, be sure to go ahead and turn on post notifications as well as hit that like button. Now, I also am uploading daily on TikTok now, so be sure to go ahead and check me out. Name is spelled the exact same way as it shows on the bottom left of the screen, Rich Sosa. Now let's go ahead and get into the making of the build. The first thing you want to go ahead and do is put this build under the small forward position. Now, when it comes down to the height, weight, and wingspan, this is going to be very specific for this kind of build. So what you want to go ahead and do, LeBron is somewhere around 6'8 or 6'9. We're actually going to be going with 6'8, and then when it comes down to the weight, you're going to go ahead and put this to 187. That's going to be perfectly set right there. And now when it comes down to the wingspan, be sure to go ahead and put this to 7'1. Now, there's only one body shape y'all should consider, and that's going to be built. That's what I'm going to go with, but if you want to change it, go ahead and do so based off your own preference. Now, when we get into the breakdown of these stats, just be sure to follow along exactly as I am showing y'all. It's going to come out perfectly made, so do not worry about anything else. Let's go ahead and get started with the finishing side of things. So, first, I'm going to go with a close shot of 60. Driving layup, going to be an 82, and then when it comes down to the driving dunk, we're actually going to max this out to a 92, and that means we're going to be able to get every single contact dunk in the game. Now, when it comes down to the standing dunk, I'm going to go with an 84, and this is going to give us 24 finishing badges. We get some really good ones on Hall of Fame. I know LeBron James can definitely post up, but I want to be able to spread the wealth when it comes down to the attributes on this build. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and leave the post control out of it. But now let's go ahead and get into the shooting. Mid-range shot is going to be an 81, and then the three-pointer is going to be an 83. That's going to be a perfect threshold for this build, especially when you consider boost as well as the takeover. Really going to help us out when it's all said and done. We're going to go with the free throw of 76, and that's going to give us 25 shooting badges. And right here, you're definitely going to be able to spread the wealth just as you would like, as well as being effective in any type of game mode with that free throw being raised. Now, let's go ahead and get into the playmaking, y'all. So what you want to go ahead and do here, put that pass accuracy to an 82. Ball handle, we're actually going to go ahead and max this out with an 81. And then as for the speed with ball, we're going to go ahead and do the same exact thing, putting this to a 75. And right there, we're going to be able to get 24 playmaking badges. Now, you get some really good badges unlocked on some really nice tiers as well, so I would not worry about it when it comes down to this build, especially when it comes down to the balance that you're going to be able to get on it. Now, let's go ahead and get into the defensive side of things. We're going to skip over the interior defense. Perimeter defense, put this to an 86. That's going to be perfectly set right there. Then, when it comes down to the steal, you're going to go ahead and put this one tick less from the max, and that's going to be an 82. As for the block, we want to be able to spread the wealth like I said earlier, so instead of maxing it out, we're going to go with an 83. Now, when it comes down to the offensive rebound, go ahead and put this to a 74. And then finally, for the defensive rebound, if you want to max it out, you definitely can do that, but I'm going to go with an 83. And right here, you're going to be able to get 26 defensive badges. As you can see, we get some really good badges in Hall of Fame: Bean, Hustler, Pogo Stick, and even Box. All around, this is just a really good build, and when it is all said and done, you're going to end up with 99 badges off rip. But then remember, if you're using the rebirth, you're going to get +4 automatically, so somewhere around 103. And if you did complete each season, you're going to be able to get somewhere around 107 badges as of Season 4. And right here, when it comes down to the physicals, max out your speed. Acceleration is going to be a 76. Then from there, we're going to skip over the strength, go with an 80 vertical just so we can unlock all of the contact dunks with that 92 driving dunk. And then for the stamina, we're going to go ahead and put this to a 90. And from right here, we're going to be all set and good. Remember, 107 badges if you made it and completed all the way up to Season 4 for the extra badge point. Now, let's go ahead and check out these takeovers. We get the slashing one, definitely a LeBron James type. When it comes down to the shot creating, same exact thing can be said. And then when it comes down to the sharpshooting, we all know LeBron can shoot. And then finally, we all know also LeBron can pretty much lock up any player if he decides to put in the effort. Now, for my liking, normally I would go with ankle breaking shot creating takeover and possibly even add in one of the defensive ones for the second one, but I'm going to go a little different for this build. So LeBron James really overpowered when it comes down to making his own shot. I'm going to go with a negative impact shot creating takeover. That is really going to suit him well. Now from here, you can go with limitless range if you wanted to, or even enhanced jump shot contest. Extreme clamps is another one, or you can go with the slashing takeover, but we already get all the contact dunks. So as y'all can see, we have made the first ever two-way inside out score perfect LeBron James build. And I'm telling y'all, when you take a look at this build, it's going to be exactly what LeBron would be made if you had to go ahead and try to replicate his build. But now let's go ahead and take a quick look at what this build is going to be looking like at 99. So you did pick shot creating takeover if you followed along. That's going to give us a +10 to our shooting. Then from there, if you add boost, which is a +4, and run with teammates that have Hall of Fame, floor general, and defensive leader, that's another +4. So pretty much for the shooting, you get +18. And that means in takeover, you're going to be able to get a 99 mid-range shot as well as a 99 three-pointer. And that free throw is going to be in the 90s as well. Now, if you decided to go ahead and pick one of the defensive takeovers, essentially with all boosts considered, you're going to be able to get a 99 perimeter defense, steal, offensive rebound will be in the 90s, but then you're going to get a 99 defensive rebound. So from here, remember, all things taken into consideration, this is a really good build. And when you buy boost as well as run with the correct teammates, you're going to be able to get a 99 driving dunk, which is just going to make this build that much more overpowered when it's all said and done. Let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of the badges and what we're going to be using for this build, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the finishing side of things. For my liking, I'm going to go with limitless takeoff and Hall of Fame, as well as pairing it up with gold posterizer. From there, I like slithery finisher and Hall of Fame, as well as silver fearless finisher. And then for the last 4 badges, if you want to spread the wealth, you definitely can do that, or go with gold unstrippable. For me, I'm going to go with silver unstrippable. And then for the next 2 badges, these really come down to your own preference, but I'm going to go with fast twitch just to help out around the finishing side of things. Now let's go ahead and move on to the shooting. We still get a good amount of badges in this area as well. So for me, I'm going to go with blinders on silver. Now when it comes down to the next badge, I'm also going to go ahead and throw on Deadeye on the same exact tier, as well as Green Machine. Now I'm also going to spread the wealth, going with bronze volume shooter, Hall of Fame sniper. You cannot forget about gold hot zone hunter. And then finally, I'm going to go with clutch shooter, starting out with another bronze badge. For the next 3, this comes down to your own preference, but I'm going to go with silver corner specialist. And then finally, bronze stop and pop. Let's go ahead and move on to the next category, which is going to be the playmaking, a very essential part of this build. So for me, I'm going to go with first bullet passer on bronze, as well as silver hyperdrive, as well as quick first step on the same tier. Now also, I think a really good badge is going to be triple threat juke for this build. You cannot forget about handles for days on silver. And then for the next couple, I'm going to go with unpluckable on silver. We got 7 more remaining, so go ahead and do this based off of your own preference. But I really feel like gold space creator is going to help you out, especially with bringing in the animations where it's going to allow you to break ankles without even having your takeover activated. Now I'm also going to go ahead and throw in bronze, bailout, and then upgrade bullet passer to silver. And that's pretty much the setup that I'm going to be running with right here. Let's go ahead and move on to the final category, which is going to be the defensive end. So for me, to start it out, I'm going to go with gold chase down artist as well as silver rim protector. From there, I'm also going with gold clamps and then as well as gold intimidator. I like rebound chaser, so I'm going to throw it on silver. That's just my preference, but we still have 7 more remaining badges. So you can go ahead and put on Pogo Stick on Hall of Fame. That is a really solid badge to use. And then for the very last one, I'm going to go with Pickpocket on bronze. And this is a setup we'd be running. We get 26 defensive badges, 24 playmaking, 25 shooting, and 24 finishing. So man, if y'all made it to the end, I appreciate y'all. Go ahead and drop a like as well as a comment. I love hearing from y'all. Y'all most definitely know I will always hit y'all with a response. But man, thank you to the man upstairs. We gotta go ahead and get 10,000 big subscribers, supporters in the building. We're getting it this year. I'm telling y'all, I feel it. The merch is coming as well, so be ready. And also, just do one thing extra today to reach your goal for tomorrow. And I promise you, you're gonna surprise yourself with what you can accomplish. Mind over matter, y'all. And man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Anybody looking to join the Rich Gang family, go ahead and turn on post notifications as well as hit that like button. I'm looking for y'all in the comment section. So man, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. And with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.